it's September, so apparently it's fall. I know we've got like 3 more weeks, but according to all of the releases, it is full throttle fall. And very soon we're going to start seeing the holiday releases. We've actually already seen sneak peeks of them, but they're actually going to start hitting the stores really soon. So today we have part of the Chanel fall collection. This is the Divination eyeshadow quad, which has the purples and the greens in here, which I think is, to some people, the best thing ever because it's a little eclectic, and to some people something they would never wear. And then we have the matte powder blush in Lavender. These are limited edition. I also picked up one of the Rouge Allure Liquid Velvets in Secrete, and I'll show you that one on the lips. There's a lot more to this collection. There is a eyeshadow palette that's pretty neutral. There's another blush that has like an orange to it. There's a lot more, and there's lip pencils coming out. But I figured I'd buy some of it early, and then the rest of it I will get when it comes to my Chanel SA here in the US. So I'm going to do comparisons with other lavender powders that I have so you can see that. And the eyeshadow, of course, I will put on and swatch for you. So if you haven't been here before, hi, my name is Jennifer, and I was a makeup artist for Chanel half a lifetime ago. I have been a luxury aficionado for a very long time. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It really does help grow the channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at the blush. So again, this is the Lavender blush, and it is 0.49 ounces, which is 14 grams. It is limited edition, and I'm looking to see made in Italy. It has an 18-month shelf life. So I'm going to swatch it for you here, and we're going to ruin the really pretty, pretty packaging. But you can see it's a pretty pigmented matte blush or powder or however you want to use it. It's very pigmented for, for a matte lavender shade. Now, I don't have another lavender blush that's this lavender. I tried to get the Dior one, but it has been sold out for the longest time. And when it did come back, I told all of you, but I forgot to buy mine first. So I'm still waiting for that to come into stock. That was not my brightest moment. The Dior lavender powder I have is the loose powder. And so this is more of a finishing powder. It's not described as a blush. So it's going to be, a much lighter product. But I can at least give you an indication of, what it looks like next to the Chanel. Then I have the Suku lavender powder. Again, this is not pressed powder, but this is one of my favorite powders. I love a lavender powder because it just gives a brightening effect to your skin. But again, these are loose powders, so I'm not going to be able to get the same effect. And then we have the Givenchy, which apparently has been ruined now. I have not bought the new one. I'm a little worried. Anyway, I'll show you that one. That one I can get more of a... Okay. So, Chanel, Dior, Suku, Givenchy. The only other lavender blush that I have is the Suku blush, which no longer exists. This is the Melting Powder Blush 01. You can see it's a different type of purple. And if I swatch that next to the Chanel, yeah, this one's more purple. There's the Suku, there's the Chanel. Keeps trying to focus on my face. So this one is pinkier. The Suku one is more lavender. So let's see how it looks on the face. It is the lightest of light pinky purples. but it's not as lavender as the Suku. So if you have the Suku and you're like, is it exactly the same? It's not. It's pinkier, but it is beautiful. And I think on somebody with light skin, this is what you're going to get. On a deeper skin tone, I don't know if it'll be ashy. I think that's something that we'd have to try out, but I would say I don't think it's going to be, because the way that it looks, it has this pinkish tone. I'm just using it, seeing if it kind of works. It's matte. It's definitely matte. There's no highlight here. But what I'm doing is putting a little bit under the eye area and in here to see if it will brighten a little bit, because purples usually do that. And I do think it does. But it's, you know, it's not going to look, if you're using it as blush, I think it's a very light blush. Like, it's, on me, you can hardly see it. So it's for somebody who wants practically no blush, or you're really looking for more of a brightening powder, like a setting powder, like the ones that I showed you, but a pressed version of it. I'll use it all over the face at the end, see what we think. Let's put on the Liquid Velvet. This is in color 202 Secrete. This, I think, goes more with the neutral and the orange blush than this cool toned, but I want to show you what this one looks like since I have it. Yeah, I think this is going to look really nice with the warmer quad and the orange blush. I think it's going to look great with that. I think this is a good neutral for this look. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but I just think, you know, these colors are definitely a little more eclectic. And I would probably go with like the new West Coast from Tom Ford with this look, or something like that. I think that's kind of where I would end up. Okay, the star of the show here, Divination. And, you know, guys, you're not wrong that this is different for Chanel. There's, in my memory, don't remember a quad quite like this. At least, not that I recall. I mean, again, there's been, you know, how many decades of Chanel, so it's possible that I've missed something, but I don't think so. I think this is rather unusual color story for them. That is the quad. Now, you could do just a warm, like I talked about with the Hermes. You could do just a warm look with these two shades. You could do a cool look with these two shades. I am going to try to use all four of them today to create something nice. I think we can. I absolutely think we can. I'm joking around to a certain extent, but these shades are not my favorite shades of Chanel. Now, I'm also going to take out the liners that came up for summer and show you them in comparison to this. These liners will be included in my wrap-up that I do in October, because even though they're technically summer, they came out July, August, September timeframe, which is the fall timeframe. So they'll be in the fall review that I do. But anyway, so I think the shades that are most aligned with this particular eyeshadow quad is the Neon Dahlia and the Dreamleaf. And so we can use these today as liners, or of course you could use them underneath. So here is Neon Dahlia, here's Dreamleaf. So you could use Dreamleaf and then put this green over it, or you could put Neon Dahlia and put this light over it with this purple. There's a lot you can do, again, with this quad using the shades separately. If you want to use them all together, you can absolutely do that. I'm going to do that for you today. The thing I do like about this type of quad and the Hermes one that I just used, the fall, I like having like two warm shades and two cool shades, or maybe shades that can be more neutral, because then I can come up with two distinct looks, one warm, one cool, or I can mix them and come up with a more of a neutral, etc. Again, this color story is a little more challenging. I'm not going to lie. It is. All these shades are matte, by the way, as far as I can tell. And it is 0.07 ounces, 2 grams, 18-month shelf life, made in Italy. Here we go. Take the dark purple shade. Actually, yeah, let's take the dark purple shade and let's let's use that, start with that as kind of the transition and outer corner shade. I'm going to take the green and put that on the eyelid. I know that might be a mistake. That might be a mistake. We don't know yet. But what I will say is that purples and greens are actually contrasting shades. So if you have green eyes, purple is going to be a great shade for you. It's going to bring out the green in your eyes. When I wear purple eyeshadow, my eyes look more green. When I wear like browns and oranges, my eyes look more blue. So, you know, depending on your eye color, these colors could enhance whatever it is you are trying to enhance. Now, if you have brown eyes or hazel eyes, then the greenish shades will be quite flattering for you as well. Not that purple isn't, but it's not as contrasting. All right, so this is the purple, and the purple is lovely. Like, that's a very nice purple shade. It reminds me a little of the one in Guerlain, but the one in Guerlain is more, as I refer to it, those are younger and have no idea who Grimace is, but the Guerlain one's more of a Grimace color. This one is more grape. It's very pretty purple. So we're gonna take the light purple, the lavender shade that is very similar to the blush, and kind of go back in over that and onto the lid a little more. And we'll also take that lavender shade and put it up into the brow, blend this more purple shade into it. Yes, if you wanted to just do this and then use the Neon Dahlia as liner, I think that's a look, and I think it's a pretty one. Very, you know, very cool tone, very purple, but I think it's nice. You could do the exact same thing with the two green shades to just keep it one or the other. But now we're gonna take the green. I'm gonna take the yellowish color first and put it on the eye. This is gonna be interesting. Now, on some people, and I would say people with a deeper skin tone and that have more of a golden tone, I think this yellow color is gonna be, this ochre is gonna be so pretty, but on me, we'll see. We'll see what happens, because my coloring is not as, see how it's like a brownish ochre? That shade is not as flattering on me. But again, let's play around with it and see what we can do. On some people though, this is gonna be a really nice shade. Very autumnal, that's for sure. Hey, I'm just glad that Chanel has done something like it. You know, you can't ask Chanel to do like different things and be more avant-garde and then be annoyed. Well, you can, but that's kind of hypocritical. So I want to encourage them to do new things. So I think this is interesting. It's not exactly my color story, but I'm sure someone's. Okay, so those shades are on. We've got the purples and we've got the ochre. Now I'm gonna take the lime-ish green shade. It's not even lime, it's like pea green. I'm trying to look like, it's pretty shade. It's just that, again, I think on me, it's just not as flattering. But it is pigmented. I'll give it that. Okay, so we've got all four shades on. I'm gonna take the purple, the deepest purple, not the lavender, and build this up a little on the outside. All right, now I'm gonna take the liners. I'm gonna go in with the Electric Dahlia first. Put it on the outer corner. It is actually a very pretty shade. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll do the same thing on the top line. Now, let's take the green, let's take the Dreamleaf, and right under where your eyeball is, do the same on the top. Into, now I'm actually gonna take the Dreamleaf and kind of, a little bit, okay. Let me let it blend. I'm gonna blend it out just a little teeny bit, put some mascara on, come right back. Okay, so this is the final look, and what I would say is I actually like it a lot more with some mascara on than I did before I put the mascara on. So It's not my color story. I'm not going to get up here and say this is my favorite look I've ever done on my eyes. However, I will say that it actually does look very nice pulled together. And the purple and the green kind of start to blend a little bit, not too much to create one color, but it creates this kind of, it creates an interesting eye look. Like it actually makes it kind of interesting to look at, which just sounds, you know, like it's almost editorial looking without being too drastic. But I do like it. I would also say though, I'm probably going to wear this more than likely the purples together or the greens together. Just knowing me, because I'm the kind of person who's, as my sister would say, boring. So I probably won't wear them together that often. This might be the only time to see it this way. The blush I really do like, but it's incredibly light on me. I can imagine what this is going to be on most people. It's going to be like non-existent. On a deeper skin tone, I'll be interested to see if it's ashy or not. I'd love to hear from all of you. This product, the Liquid Velvet, I like these products. They're not drying. They actually feel pretty comfortable. They stay on all day. Well, you know, as long as they can stay on. Yeah, they're not drying product. I actually really like the feel. And if you like a velvet looking lipstick, like a not matte, velvet looking lipstick, these are really good. I like this shade. It's Secrete. It's going to go with everything. So it's a good neutral, at least for me, for my coloring. Now we're going to take the blush, the matte powder blush, and I'm going to use a very fluffy brush and just use it all over very lightly to see if it works like my lavender powders do. Yeah, it does. It's a very brightening, pretty effect. I think it looks really good. You cannot see it in a 10x mirror. It's a really nice powder. It's definitely matte. It has no luminescence to it whatsoever. It's quite beautiful. It comes with the little teeny brush, which I never use. And I really like this product. I think it's really good. But again, I feel like I'm going to use this more for a finishing powder than a blush. Again, that just might be me. But for me, it's so light as a blush. I'm not sure it would be the first thing I would think of. Once I get the Dior, I'll compare it to that, but I have a feeling that it's much lighter in pigment than the Dior. I could be wrong, but I've seen other people wear it and it looked deeper to me. So, you know, we'll have to see. The liners that go with these, I think the best two are the Electric Dahlia and the Green Leaf. They're really pretty with these. I have them on the eye. I showed you putting them on. I think they go really well. I think it's kind of interesting that they broke it up into, I feel like these should have come out with summer, but whatever. The rest of the fall collection, like I said, will be coming soon. As soon as it hits US boutiques, I will buy that as well and let you know what that looks like. If you have any questions or any comments, as always, I'll put them down below. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon.